Welcome back to Talkin' Shop with ShopSabre. I'm Brandon. I got the whole gang back with us today. Guys, how you doing?
Doing great. How about you?
Not too bad.
Is it the vacation still or no?
The vacation?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Like the long weekend? Is
Well,
that back?
We're back from the long
Oh.
weekend.
Okay.
I think we're back. Jesse, are you there?
No, we're back, boys.
Yeah, we're back, boys. Yeah. We got Jesse, Chad, Garrett. How was your guys' weekend?
It's good. How about you?
Great.
It's good. Chad, did you play on the Live Tour this weekend?
Tried to cut off my thumb as well.
I was say your hands all bandaged up. I didn't know if that was from all the golf you did this weekend. Or?
Surprised I made it into work today
Yeah.
with such an injury.
He's got a club hand over here, guys. He got one. He looks like he's getting ready to go play football for the Detroit Lions. He's just got the hand clubbed up.
Is that going to affect your
Jeez.
golf trip coming up, Chad? Being able to swing or no?
No, I'm a man, so I heal quickly.
He's also built like Bowser, so he'll just use
enough.
one hand.
Hopefully not. I don't know. Well,
Built like Bowser.
He'll swing with one arm, like I win.
that's my left hand. It'd be tough to do.
Yeah. Are you left-handy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good.
Yep.
Well, good luck with the club. Hopefully you can tape it. Garrett, do you remember your weekend?
It was a weekend. Yeah.
How about a beer?
It never gets old.
Yeah. We did a lot, but it was a nice weekend up north, and
Yeah?
we were probably overserved.
Oh, really?
I'll just have 4 to 5 beers to stop the shaking, and then I'll go outside.
I wish it was only 45.
Per hour.
Yeah, it was. I'm back, and I need a break.
Back. Do you know where you're at?
I do.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad you showed up today.
Yeah.
Thanks
Me
for
too.
showing up. Appreciate that. Hey, Jesse, I heard you had
Yes,
an
sir.
eventful weekend.
A little bit. We went a little hiking.
A little hiking. Explain the little hike.
Yeah, me and Bree took off for the long weekend, and we hiked the Great Smoky Mountains. It was pretty awesome.
Nice. You went climbing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting close to becoming a man.
Yeah? You're close?
Yeah, my beard grew in a little thicker since we completed that trip, but we're not there yet.
That's actually not what I heard. I actually heard from Yogi Bear that you were the opposite of a man.
Maybe we might have come close to a bear. Found out how quick I was.
Yeah,
No,
I heard you ran.
there's a little speed left in this old man yet. I'll tell you what. Even if it's just here and there, I skedaddled.
You left Brianna to fend for herself.
Oh yeah, for sure. There was a guy between the bear and her, so I was pretty confident. I mean, at least I was. At least I was getting away. Gallop, girl, gallop.
Oh, that's too good. Yeah, I heard you went for a small 30-mile hike.
Yeah,
Too far.
it was pretty intense, pretty cool.
Jesse,
Awesome.
I'd recommend bringing a bear spray with you in the future
Yeah.
when you're hiking in the mountains.
I
There is bears there.
did.
Other
I had a
weaknesses,
bear
we're
spray.
slow learners, and we're not particularly good listeners.
No, we were prepared. We had bear spray, and you know me, Garrett. I was safe.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
yeah,
safe.
for sure.
He was so safe he ran
Yeah.
from the bear as fast as he could and left everybody else to fend for themselves.
Well, yeah, I had to get inside my backpack. Everything that kept me safe was in there. Duh. Brandon, I heard you finally climbed a mountain yourself this weekend.
Yeah, I did. It was great. I got to reach stuff out of the
What
top
is it
shelf
like?
of my kitchen. That was nice.
18th time's the charm. Is
You
that
didn't
what they
grow.
say? Something like that.
You didn't grow to reach that shelf.
No,
you must have bought a new
No,
step
no.
stool.
I bought a ladder.
Oh,
Didn't you won a big trophy? Didn't you?
I did. I won the Mighty Axe race finally after
The
Many tries.
elusive mighty
the
axe.
elusive Mighty Axe. Yeah, we're not very good at winning that one, and we've lost it more times than we've won it. Let's put it that way.
How many times did we try?
I finished second place in that one 5 times before I won it. Yeah. What a loser. Second 5 times.
One in 5. I love the record. I love
Yeah,
it.
it didn't go real well.
But you got it, man. You got it though. That had to feel good, huh?
We did. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty nice. Me and the family got to hang out at the racetrack all weekend long. But it was a fun race, and we finally crossed that one off our bucket list. So
Are you gonna give that axe to Jesse for when he like goes hiking and stuff?
no, I'd give it to Brianna. Brianna would probably use it.
That's hurtful. You can't hold an axe with hooves.
Well, I'd still rather see her try.
That's hurtful.
But yeah, today's episode, I know last week we talked a little bit about accepting responsibility, and you guys were all responsible, and you're back at work today, so that's good. Good job. Glad you guys took my advice from last week. But today's episode, we're going to talk about the changing seasons, because I felt like that's a pretty good discussion considering, well, we're back from the holiday, and that's kind of like my mental mark for like summer's over, we're into fall. How about you guys?
Sounds terrible.
For sure.
Sounds terrible. Sounds terrible. I can't disagree with you, but yeah, summer's over. We're heading into fall.
There is something beautiful about fall, though. We have a lot of sports coming up here.
We do. Lots of sports
Lot of
kicking off here,
sports.
which is great for, Garrett over there.
Is it officially fall?
No, it's not officially.
No, I think
Oh,
that's
okay.
a few more weeks out.
But I feel like it just marks fall because like kids are back in school, which for any parent, that's great. We're all happy about that. For my wife, she's got to go back to work. But the good news is we can't spend money on Amazon as much, so it's also a win. So, but yeah, no. So fall time to me is just now, and I kind of talk about like it's warm during the day, and it's kind of cool at night. It's like the whole reason you live in Minnesota is for like the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Because it's that perfect 2 weeks where it's like, it's nice outside still. You can go out and do stuff during the day. But at night, you can sleep the windows open. And
Oh,
it's
that's
like,
the best.
it's just
Such
the
a good
greatest. You
feeling.
can have bonfires and actually have a sweatshirt on and not die. So that's nice. But then like 2-3 weeks down the road, it's going to be cold. You're going to hate it. You don't want to be outside anymore. You're like, why do I live here? And then it's back to summer in spring. And yeah,
Well,
Speak for yourself.
nobody cares.
do you have a mute button on that?
I do. I don't know how to use it. But yeah, no, I mean, so it's kind of like, that's why I call it, the changing of the seasons, obviously, because it's really the changing of the seasons. But really, I thought it'd be fun to discuss how, as we head into the end of the year with fall around the corner, it's also the fourth quarter, which to me is a different season, right? The third quarter, the fourth quarter, it just seems different. It feels different. When it comes to business, the fourth quarter is like, it's exciting. But I guess, what do you guys think of when you think of changing seasons? For me, I kind of explained what I'm thinking, but what do you guys think? Chad?
I think it's shorter days in winter.
Shorter days in winter,
That's
which
about
means no live tour.
it. Yeah,
Real letdown.
which means a lot of miserable time around Minnesota.
Everybody gets sad, hangs outside.
Cold and dark.
Oh, it is. Garrett, what do you think about?
I would say different challenges and different successes.
Ooh, I like that answer. Different challenges and different successes.
Thank you.
That's good. That was really good. I did not expect that answer. Jesse, what do you think about there in the Barker household about changing seasons?
Man, I'm baffled at Garrett's answer. I wasn't expecting that either. You crushed
know.
it, kid.
I know.
Wow. Man, you should drink like that on the weekends more often.
All right, sorry, I had to do it a few
That's
times.
a little overboard.
I was so excited for
Yeah,
it.
dude, whatever you drank this weekend, do it again. Do it again. No, man, I'll with the old and with the new, right? It's a new beginning. That's what I think with changing the seasons. But this time of year gets me pumped, right? It's hunting. That's where I go to. Is we are in that hunting season. So it's like that shutting the engines down, kind of chilling in the house, spending family time together. Getting ready for that changing of the season.
You lost me at shutting the engines down. I'm not really thrilled with that idea.
Well, that's kind of where it was. Thinking Minnesota, that's kind of what happens. You kind of shut the engines down. You don't go outside as much. You're more inside, right? You're not out and about as much.
I don't know about you, but the lakes freeze and we can play hockey outside, so we stay outside. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Chad.
I think you're the only one here in this
Chad was going
conversation
there.
doing that.
Chad just
Yeah.
locked and loaded up to be able to insult me there. I saw it. He was ready to just fire off. I was ready.
Nope.
Nope. He's always says nope. But yeah, no, like I said, I personally think about all the things that, I put off all summer. That's one thing. Like you put everything off that now you're like, oh, I better get this done before it gets too cold out, right? Or I get too busy. And it's easy to take that, take things for granted like time, because you have more time, right? Everybody's like, oh, I got more time. Like, no, eventually you run out of time, right? Time is a lot harder to replace than any other resource you have. You can make more money. You can't make more time. So it's that thing in your business that you've been putting off all year long. And you're like, well, we still got time. Well, guess what? The fourth quarter is like just about here. We are less than, what are we at? Less than 30 days, less than 20 days, 25 days-ish away from the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So remember those projects you were like, I can wait till the fourth quarter.
It's here.
Hello, we're here. But
Yeah, it's on your doorstep.
yeah, it really is. I mean, it's sitting there knocking. But, I think it's something you need to talk about because let's talk about what the changing of the seasons means. It's with business, you have to remember that it means the holiday season is right around the corner, right?
Yep.
I mean, for many, this means that things are going to get busier. A lot of businesses get much busier and shops get a lot busier because of holiday gifts and because of projects and things that need to get done because they got to finish it before the weather changes. Right? I mean, for some of you listening who are in warmer climates, some of us, like we literally can't do things outside at certain times of year. So building that fence as an example, you kind of need to get it done, right? Or if you have to, finish something on the side of your house, you got to do it now, landscaping, whatever it is. Like you're running out of time quickly. But that also means, for a lot of people, like remodeling of their house, right? For cabinet makers, as an example. In Minnesota, it's a lot harder to do a remodel job in the winter. Not that you can't do it, but man, the last thing you want is the only area you can hang out in destroyed, right?
Yep.
You kind of want to do that in the summer. Chad, you just remodeled your house, right? Or you did a part of your house, correct?
Starting to.
Yeah. And I mean, my guess is a lot of your projects are starting to taper off right now before winter.
Yeah. Try to bring everything in house.
Yeah. So that way you don't have to
Be outside.
be outside doing things anymore. Because I know you
Yep.
just finished a garage, right?
Yep. Garage
So,
is done.
kinda cool.
Concrete's done. Yeah.
First winter where you're going to park your car inside, not have to shovel it off every morning.
It's pretty nice.
You pretty excited about that?
Oh, absolutely.
Only guy excited in Minnesota for the first snowfall right here. He's excited just because he wants to be able to show that he did not have to scrape his car.
Now I'll just have to scrape my car when leaving work.
Yeah. You want me to build a garage out there for you?
There you go.
Is that a good idea?
Absolutely.
So yeah, but I mean, that's really what you got to think about is that, as your businesses move towards the end of the year, but what's something else that comes up at the end of the year?
Taxes.
Taxes. And so you got to start thinking about that, right? I mean, it's something you got to kind of get ahead of because, not only are you going to be busier, but tax season is coming and people need to spend money, right? So I'm going to ask a question here. Is it better to spend your money on the tooling for your business or better to give it to the government?
Tooling for your business.
Tooling for your business. I mean, really, it's something you need to think about, right?
Yep.
It's something we all run into. It's something that everybody in the, business world deals with. You have taxes of some sort, right?
They suck.
Tell me how you feel. Corey.
Yeah, they do.
But, for one, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the time to call your tax advisor. Like, if you haven't done it yet, find out what you're looking at for a tax burden. You should be doing that right now. Does it make sense for you to upgrade your equipment in your shop? Because you can write them off a lot of times at the end of the year, right?
Yep.
We see a huge push in the fourth quarter, but the problem is people wait so long that they get upset that they have to wait for a lead time, right? Well, lead times in 2022 are already longer due to supply chain constraints. You know this. Like, the world has not changed, right?
Yep.
The supply chain issues have been here all year long. So if you think you're going to wait till the same time you waited last year and achieve the same results, you're probably going to be disappointed. Get a jump on it. Now is the time to do it. You need to be a little bit more prepared this year to get in front of it all, right?
Correct.
ShopSabre.com.
It's a good spot. It's a good spot. I like it. But, we see businesses who wait until the last minute and then they're frantically searching for ways to save on their taxes. They need to get equipment or they got to do whatever they got to do. And ultimately they end up setting themselves up for a long-term failure, right? Or disappointment, right? Because they're having to settle.
Yep.
Don't put yourself in that
sure.
position. Don't, you need to start finalizing things now and get ahead of it all. Because if you don't finalize things now, you're going to put yourself in a really awkward position when you're trying to find something that just fits, right? I got to spend $30,000 and the one I want isn't available. So guess what? I'm just going to buy this one. And then in next year, I'll sort it out, right? Well, now you're going to end up spending another $30,000 next year. And now you might not have the tax advantages that you had this year. So then you just cost yourself money simply because now you're replacing things that if you would have just thought a little bit about it, you would have been in a better spot.
And time.
Time, yeah. Time is money. Again, we just talked about it. You can't get time back.
Can't get time back.
If you wait too long, expectations aren't usually met.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. You know, now there's a little thing out there that a lot of customers take advantage of. Is there not, Chad and Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about it, Chad?
Section 179.
Section 179.
Is that where you sat at the Twins game last week?
No,
Oh,
No.
not where you sat at the Twins game. I appreciate that, though. Section 179 deduction is what he's talking about.
oh,
A little bit different.
One of the better pieces of tax code.
Yeah. It's something that at least you can benefit from in a lot of cases, right?
Yep.
So first
For
and
sure.
foremost, let me give my legal disclaimer. We're not tax advisors and are not providing you tax advice. Talk to your professionals. All right, cool. I got that out of the way. But yeah, I mean, let me just ask the question. Jesse or Chad, I don't care if one of you guys want to maybe explain it. What is Section 179? What Section 179 deduction? Do you guys want to hit on that point a little bit?
Yeah, well, 179 is going to allow you to write off your equipment purchase, right? So most people think 179 deduction is some mysterious or complicated code. It's really not. It's 179 of the IRS tax code allows businesses to deduct full purchase price of their equipment, right? So if
There
you
we go.
take delivery of a piece of equipment, you get to write that off against that year of business.
There we go. That was a good way of putting it. That was really good. Great job, Jesse.
Thanks, Brandon.
But like you said, it's not mysterious. It's not some complicated tax code. It's kind of a very straightforward thing, right? I mean, you can use it on equipment, software. A lot of times, financed or purchased, doesn't matter, that year. So if you buy it or you lease a piece of equipment or, you know, whatever, and one thing that I know that does qualify for Section 179, ShopSabre.com. You can go buy a piece of equipment for your shop. So, but like you said, you deduct the full purchase price from your gross income. So really, you know, several years ago, Section 179, you know, was referred to as that SUV tax loophole. I don't know if you've ever heard that statement, but it used to be called the SUV tax loophole. And it was because some people call it the Hummer deduction because many businesses have used tax code to write off purchasing qualifying vehicles like SUVs and Hummers. And that was back like when the H2 Hummer or what was it, H3? What was the one that came out that everybody drove around for a while there?
That was a
H2.
H2.
Yeah, the H2. Yeah. So like when you saw everybody driving around H2 Hummers, that's how businesses were getting away with it. You know, that particular benefit from Section 179 has been severely reduced, you know, over the last several. I mean, obviously the government caught on to what was going on there. You can go see different sections for that. There's a vehicle section of Section 179 now. But however, you know, despite the SUV deduction being lessened, you know, the Section 179 in general is actually very beneficial to a lot of small businesses. In fact, it's more beneficial now than it has been ever. Today's Section 179 is, you know, one of the few government incentives available to small businesses, and it was because of a recent stimulus act and it's a congressional tax bill. You know, large businesses still can benefit from Section 179. You know, it's a bonus depreciation, but the original target of this legislation, geez, that's a big word. I don't like it. Was
Words are tough.
I know, words are tough. For tax relief, though, for small businesses. That's really what it's about. And, you know, the millions of small businesses that are actually out there, you know, they get a real benefit out of this deal. You know, as an example, by the numbers. You know, if you look at something like an equipment purchase of as an example, $1.1 million piece of equipment. You know, roughly the first year's write-off is almost $1 million. You know, that means, you know, really it's a net, you know, after you look at it, you have a 100% bonus first year depreciation. So you have $100,000 you can write off that $1 million, right? Well, your normal first year depreciation would be zero. So total first year deduction is, $1,100,000. So you have a cash savings of $402,000 on something like that. So your equipment costs after doing that on a $1.15 million mill or whatever you're buying is $747,000. So you saved a bunch of money that you were going to spend anyways, right? Yep. Now that's a pretty extreme number, right? Most guys aren't running out and buying $1 million piece of equipment. But let's look at it on a smaller scale, and you look at something like a ShopSabre, right? A $40 or $50 or $60,000 machine that you're now going to pay $30-something thousand for. Why wouldn't you?
Sounds like a great deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you need for your business anyways. You can either go hire a guy for $60,000 a year, or now you can buy your $60,000 machine that you're going to own for years, but it's only going to cost you $40 or $50,000, right? Again, go to section179.org to learn more about this. section179.org/section_179_deduction. Boom. And then visit ShopSabre.com. There we go. But again, for all the details, go check it out. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are not tax advisors and are not providing your tax advice. Talk to your professionals. Because not everybody qualifies for everything. You know, everybody's different. But there's usually a pretty good deal for most businesses on that. So anyways, many people find, you know, that these type of things can help accelerate their business on the next level, right? You know, are you going to spend the money on something? Well, yeah, of course, right? You're either going to give it to the government because you owe them. So why not spend it on yourself? Why not spend it on your business, your employees, whatever it is? Accelerate what your capabilities will be in 2023 by looking at equipment now.
Exactly.
I mean, to me, it would make sense to get something on order, get something moving forward so that way next year you can be more efficient than you were this year. You know, because to me, changing seasons are exciting. I like it. You know, is anybody else excited for the end of the year?
I'm always excited for the end of
Oh,
the year.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's truly my favorite time of year because you have the holidays for one. I mean, which I like already because I have kids and like it's just fun to be in the holiday season with my two boys. But you have so much excitement around the economy as well, right? Like from a business standpoint, you know, there's more shoppers, more businesses, et cetera, looking to spend money. But you also have so much that gets accomplished in such a short amount of time, which I just love that urgency that it creates. I guess I thrive when things are busy. I don't like being bored. I don't like slow times. So, you know, not that this year has felt slow really ever. I mean, to be honest, has it really felt slow, guys?
No.
I felt like it's been pretty busy most of the year for us, but
I mean, it is already September.
I know, like how is that
Crazy.
possible? But, you know, I enjoy working under pressure. What about you guys? Do you guys like working under pressure?
Under pressure.
Thank you, Garrett. But seriously, I mean, like, honestly,
I prefer to be busy. It definitely makes things, you know, fly by. You
Yeah.
stay in a rhythm when it's busy. When it gets slow, you start making little mistakes, right? Time goes by slower. I can't stand it.
Bad habits.
yeah, I think work breeds work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like boredom breeds boredom.
Correct.
Like you develop these habits, right? You know, it's one of those things where good habits create good habits. And generally this time of year, you find out who you really are, right? You know, who your employees are, who your employer is, who your customers are. You know, this time of year is exciting for so many reasons because you learn so much about each other, I guess. You know, like even for us as a team, like I love it because every year, let's talk about it a little bit here. Every year we hire a new member on our team, right? It seems like every year we add somebody new.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite time of year to watch the new guy realize like how crazy it can get. Right?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Like last year was Micah.
Yep.
Year before was Jesse.
Yep.
Year before was Chad.
Yep.
Like I just think about that and I'm like, this is what I was born
This
for.
year's Chris.
This year's Chris. Exactly. And I'm like, man. And this year like has been a weird year because the summer's been a lot weirder than normal. So I think Chris is gonna be like, whoa. Like I'm excited about it.
He's not gonna know what hit him.
Well, I just think we have a lot of things in place though this year that we've never had.
Helps.
So I'm kind of excited to see if it does ease the burden on it. You know, I think it should.
I think so.
It should.
Oh, it's just a ton of fun. It's just a ton of fun.
But that's my thing. It's the excitement is what I like about it. It's not the stress. It's the excitement. Like how exciting it is when the phones are ringing like crazy and you can't keep up and you're like, it's 9 a.m. and it's 4:30. What happened?
Well, and people's
all you can do is laugh.
people's decision time is much quicker, so it's,
Yeah.
every word is more valuable. Every minute with the person is more valuable.
I agree. I think that's something that a lot of businesses lose track of is that you need to be on your game right now. This is why it's so important for you to get the equipment you need right now. Because everything you do in the next 90 to 120 days is going to be different than what you did for the last 90 to 120 days. Right?
Yep.
Because you're going to have to start looking at things like, you know, the excitement that's being created in your customers as well. And what you say now will make their decision. And if you have to tell them that, no, I can't do that. No, we don't have that ability. Like, they're going to do it. They're not going to change their ideas because you said no. So you want to be prepared to give them the answers they need, right?
Yep.
And I think as you start breaking it down, like I said, good work, comes from good work habits. And, I think it comes back to right now is the time to start ramping back up. Like, it's not as busy as it's going to be in the next 60 days. Dude, it just hit me. Thanksgiving's like not far away.
Yum.
Oh, I love Thanksgiving.
Probably my favorite holiday.
It's mine too.
That's one of them.
Absolutely, hands down.
Get some turkey, some football.
Football and just food. That's all it is.
It's great.
Food,
Food and football.
Dude, it's great.
and then no gifts.
No gifts. Well, I send you some
Right?
gifts out sometimes. They're usually like monkeys. Oh, not those kind of gifts. Sorry. I thought
Why would you send a monkey gift on Thanksgiving? Wouldn't you do like a turkey?
that's what's funny about it.
That's not funny at all.
It's got a monkey instead of a turkey.
It's kind of dumb.
No, it's kind of funny.
I agree. Not kind of dumb.
Pretty dumb.
It's kind of fun. Um,
Kind of fun.
we have pumpkin contests coming up, right? Pumpkin
yeah,
carving
the pump-
contest. ShopSabre does a employee pumpkin carving contest every year.
Me and Jesse would have won it last year if we just brought our own tools.
Oh, is that what
For
you
sure.
I forgot I broke my ankle for that, so that's
We
what
had to-
I was like,
For sure.
We had to rely on the help.
Chad,
of
we would have nailed.
others.
We would have nailed that. We would have nailed that.
Are you flying back up here for this year's?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Might just be a surprise.
Garrett, you gonna make this year's?
I don't know.
I know last year you played hooky.
So I have almost 2 months before the.
Some of those pumpkins are pretty amazing.
Dude, the guys did such a good job. But like that's the excitement that I'm talking about though. Like even in the business, right? That's exciting for me because like to see all the I mean, like seriously, think about this. You got like 80 grown men and women carving pumpkins.
Well, the guys in back are fabricators and builders and
Yeah, they're so much more manly than me. And then they're out there like their
automatic tools.
Yeah, they're out there with like their stencil kit. Like I gotta make me a cat. Like it's pretty cool, but it's actually fun. And I mean, like our employees are really good about like being a part of the team. Like they know what day it is, so they dress up. They wear costumes. Like we have
Yeah,
bowls
there's a
of
lot of
candy.
engagement.
Yeah, we have bowls of candy all over the shop, and it's like, it's awesome. Like we have a good time, but that's the stuff that I think about as the changing seasons happen. It's like being able to reward the employees for their hard work because we know the next 90 days is going to be crazy as we try to get things out the door for the end of the year. And, we try to help fulfill record high orders and everything that happens along the way. So within your business, as you're listening, what are you going to be doing? Like think about that. Like what are you doing to give back to your employees?
I think with the end of a season too comes a little reflection.
Reflection.
Like reflect on.
Like in a mirror?
Reflect on that past season.
Yeah.
What worked? What didn't work? What changes do we need to make?
Great idea.
Thank you.
That's why I played that sound.
I figured.
It's a great idea. No, it's one of those things where, like you said, that is the truth, though. You do have to reflect on, like, what didn't work, though, right? What can we do better? What did work? What should we continue to do?
Mm-hmm.
That's some of the stuff you do have to think about. And right now is a good time for you to think about, hey, maybe we should, buy a new piece of equipment, or maybe we should invest in a new building, or we should hire a few more people for this area. Because things are going to get busier, right? Are they not?
We would hope
There's no
so.
doubt.
Yeah, they
Right.
ain't slowing down right now.
They generally don't slow down at the end of the year. So as you get busier, you're going to want to know more about, what areas of improvement you can make in your business. So that way you can, really continue to grow. Because otherwise, if you don't improve in those areas, you're just going to become stagnant. Or the opposite, you won't grow. You'll actually get smaller. And that would be bad.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. But as far as the time of the year that we're sitting in, as I said, as we get into I guess, are we calling it fall yet or no?
I don't want to.
So
No,
we'll call it
not,
summer.
not quite yet.
So what do we
Yeah.
want to call it?
Just call it
Not
September.
quite yet.
The month of September.
It's the season of September. I don't like that. I don't
pre-
want to call it summer. It doesn't feel like summer anymore, boys.
It's pre-fall.
Oh, it's
It's pre-fall, pre-fall, post-summer.
would be all right.
That sounds accurate.
We gotta come up with a better word than that. Small.
Small fall.
Small. Sumal. It's Sumal. The season of Sumal. But yeah, it's one of those things where you have to kind of get ahead of what's coming and get caught up on what you've already done, right? You're kind of in that weird time right now.
These are typically the fastest 3 months of the year, I'd say.
I would agree with that. Yeah. Why do you think they're the fastest 3? It's like too fast, too furious.
I think there's just a lot going on.
Probably because of how fast. I think they go so fast because of how fast everything in front of you changes. Right, you go from green to all the colors to dead in a quick hurry, and it
That's
just goes
true.
by so quickly.
That does suck, doesn't it? When those trees die and it just looks ugly.
My God. That was really aggressive, though.
Yeah, dude, you go from like green to beautiful to dead in just such a short period of time.
You're so aggressive on that word.
To dead.
To dead.
Dead?
Yeah, to dead. It's just dead. Wow.
Oh, I maybe I can't hear myself. I got these headphones on.
I see your lips moving, but I can't make out the words. I'm deaf.
Exactly.
But no, it's the truth though. Like I said, I think that's why things feel like they're moving so much faster because things change before your eyes. You know, like in the summer, in the spring, I don't feel like it changes as quickly. Like you don't 1 minute have snow and the next minute everything's blossomed, right? It takes a little bit of time. But like in the fall, it's the opposite. Like everything was good, and then like literally weeks later, like everything's different. You know?
Then you got Halloween,
Everything's
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's like
The holidays hit so fast.
Holiday. Then you're planning, you know, the family deal.
Kids are back to school at that time too.
Yeah.
True.
I think in the summer you sit back a little bit and you enjoy things. It's nice how you spend more time outside. Like I think that's maybe why it feels a little slower because you're enjoying and looking forward to every day.
It's true. Yeah, in the summer you get out, you do more. I think there's more things to do in the summer.
It's light longer too. You stay, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I think
That's
there's a
right.
lot of little things that
Like it's already starting to get dark at 8:30.
Yeah,
Don't
it
say it.
sucks.
I know it hurts. I don't like
not
it.
even. It's like
6:30 in the
it's like
morning, 8:30 at night.
7:38 sunset now. Yeah.
Oh no.
Which
Right.
a month ago we were golfing at 9:15.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we have to be out of there by 8:30.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep
That's
getting
just
worse
crazy.
and worse.
It's funny that you notice that stuff because like me, like I don't really notice it right now because it's still like after my kids go to bed, it's still light out. So I'm not worried about it. I notice that like if it happens before the kids go to bed, then I'm like, oh man, it's getting dark out. But you notice it as a golfer because you're like, dang it, we got to get off the course 45 minutes earlier. You know, like that's actually kind of cool. Like I didn't think about that side of it. Like you do. And I think that's a good thing to point out for other people's businesses. Like things that affect your business might not affect other people's businesses. And vice versa, right? There's going to be things that people are noticing already that you might not be noticing yet. So it's like, it's a good point that you should be thinking about like who your customers are and what you got to do for them because their businesses might already be ramping up. You might already be too late for them, right?
Yep.
So we need to start thinking about that side of it because like as certain industries, you know, let's be honest, like the school supply industry, right? They probably were busy the last 90 days, right? Or the last 60 days
Yep.
because everybody was ramping up to go back to school. Where we're like, oh man, it's the summer. We've been enjoying ourselves. So somebody listening who's, you know, works for Crayola is like, what are you talking about? We've been crazy. We've been cranking out crayons like crazy. Like, yeah, because now things will slow down a little bit for you. Maybe you don't. Maybe Crayola is just always busy.
I don't know.
I feel like we should get Crayola on the Hey, Garrett, get Crayola on the phone, please. No, we don't have their number?
I don't.
Dang it.
I don't have. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I really don't.
Well, I guess we'll have to settle for Jesse. Hey, Jesse, what do you know about Crayola?
I think they're busy all year long. We're big buyers of them. Seems like I'm buying crayons every month. I probably keep one plant open.
You guys tend to keep Crayola on your walls too, right?
Dude, everywhere. Well, not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. But there was a time where it looked like Banksy was living in my house with crayons.
Oh, man.
My kids can draw accurate pictures of me on the wall in crayons. It's pretty great. They got the belly, the beard, all of it. It's pretty awesome.
It's like Simba's cave. It's good.
Kind of, yeah.
Drawings
Kids
all
are breaking fruits open and drawing on the walls. Yeah, for sure.
That's too funny. I'm glad that I asked you to explain Crayola because we got to hear that fun story.
We
But-
love Crayola. Yeah, they're washable. I'll tell you that.
You're a really big fan of the Magic Eraser.
Oh yeah, those work great too. I can tell you that for sure.
Got one of those.
Those are worth the money. Yeah.
That's funny. But
No, it's crazy you guys were talking about time. I was gonna say down here, like I'm the same time as you guys, but it gets dark here an hour before you. There's times where I've talked to Chad. He's like, I'm coming off the golf course. I'm like, what? It's dark. Like it's pitch dark here. He's like, no, dude, we have 2 hours of light yet. I'm like, no, dude, it's dark. He's like, nope, it's nuts. I hear you guys say that. Like I can't even think of that stuff. Like it's 7 o'clock and it's dark out.
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Is that what time it
It's
gets
still
dark there?
100. It's still 100 at 7 o'clock, but it's dark.
It's just crazy to me that like there's so many changes. Like that itself is just weird. Like that explains it to you kind of like, again, like you're not that far from us really when you think about it.
What is it, 12-hour
I'm
drive,
not. I'm
Jesse?
900 miles.
12-hour
Yeah,
drive
I'm
or something?
900 miles from you guys.
You're
Yep,
an
and we're in
hour.
the same time zone.
So if you drove 100, you'd be there in 9 hours.
Yep.
Right, and you guys talk about businesses. Like businesses up there, you'll see a lot of them open until 10 o'clock. That's not uncommon. That is not a thing here.
Really?
Good math,
Bus-
Chad.
businesses are not. No, that's not a thing here. Most places like start to close 8 o'clock, and then most things are closed by 9.
I want to back up for a second because I thought it was great that Chad just said 900 miles, and then he goes, "If you go 100 miles an hour, it'll only take you 9 hours."
In question form.
And then they get a question for him, and Garrett just goes,
Well,
"Good math."
to be fair, that's like Chad's average miles per hour driven in his car. If he goes under 100, he's going slow.
We
Have
were
you ever
just
tried to
talking
follow
about
that
that.
man somewhere? You want someone on a race team? That's your dude. Just put him in a Cadillac.
I was.
It's insane.
Friday we actually had this conversation in the office. We were talking about it because I had my truck and trailer, and we were talking about how I've driven on the road with Chad, and he zooms by you so fast, like he's just boom.
Dude, let me tell you a quick story. So we're going up to the races to watch you race, and Chad's coming with. So we're like, okay, we're gonna put all the orphans in the Yukon, and we're gonna drive separate. And Chad's like, I'm gonna go home and change. I'll meet you there. I'm an hour ahead of Chad. Okay, I call him. He's I'm just leaving the house. I'm an hour ahead of him. Chad, did you not pass me in Zimmerman? Like you passed me. I'm 90%. You passed me at some point. I'm like, man. What? I'm like, I'm just gonna follow him, and then it got to the point where like, I'm just gonna stay in this lane and not get a ticket. Like, I ain't catching him. You could get here. I bet Chad can make it in 8 hours. I'm gonna be honest.
What's the math, Chad? How fast would that be?
Probably about $1.20.
Buck 20.
I think I could do that.
Yeah, it's about right. That's about right. I've tried following him. That's about right.
Chad says, I could do that.
I just donated to the Minnesota State Patrol, so I know I'm good for Minnesota.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Got that sticker. The first sticker he's ever put up in the car window is the sheriff support sticker.
Every year since they didn't give me the ticket.
Chad does like to go Mach 10 just everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah,
I think Chad just passed us. Was it a Cadillac? Nope, just a black blur. Yeah, that was Chad. Yeah, that's him.
I couldn't make out the make or model of the car, but it went really fast. Yeah, that was Chad. Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, Chad. Why don't you leave? Why don't you leave 8 a.m. tomorrow and join me for lunch? We'll be right in time.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny. I mean, we obviously have a little fun back and forth, but it's like, you know, the truth of, like I said, things are changing, things are happening, and you know, urgency is. I mean, like we're talking about speed, obviously, but urgency, like creating urgency, wanting to get things done, and you know, be able to put your business in a better spot for the end of the year here. You know, it's time. Like,
No doubt.
It's so easy to be like, oh, I'll worry about it next week, you know, or I'll worry about it next month. But like, it's time. It's time to stop putting things off. The kids are back in school.
Well, to be honest with you, you live in a world right now where you can't. You can't put it off that long. Things are changing too quickly. You have to do it now.
Correct. Like what's in stock today might not be in stock tomorrow. Or
Yeah,
what's available
no
today,
doubt
what
about
lead
that.
time is existing right now. And that's the thing that I think that people need to remember. Lead times are going to get worse at the end of the year. It's going to. Like we haven't solved any supply chain issues at all. People are getting better at ordering things in advance and in bulk. But the reality is, like, we have not solved these crises. And so the reality is like a lot of companies think they have it under control right now. But if the volumes go through the roof, what's going to happen to the supply chain constraints? They're all coming back.
Yep.
So it's like, you better start ordering
Well, for
stuff.
sure. And then start thinking about a quality product too. Like you think about our machines. Just think about a quality product. it's harder to get a quality product than a non-quality product right now.
I laugh when people are like, "Oh, they have theirs in stock." Oh my god, how bad is that?
There's a reason, right? There's a reason.
Like, in stock? Like, wow.
Lead time is temporary, quality is forever.
Lead time is temporary, quality is forever. That's my favorite phrase.
I've heard that from a couple guys I sit next to at work.
My favorite phrase.
I heard it from a short, bald guy once.
Where you work?
Was that a horse laugh?
Did
a
you
horse
take?
laugh.
Did you take a tour of that Keebler Elf factory too?
Let me tell you a story one time.
That's what that guy. That's what that guy says to you before you leave.
Yeah.
We've heard this story.
Yeah, let me tell you a story one time. No, I'm not going to tell you that story. I think I've already told that story. Jesse had his kids convinced I worked at the Keebler Elf factory.
Everyone knows that.
Oh, Jesse thinks he's funny. No, but it's the truth, though. I mean, temporary is, lead time. It is really something that you can get past, right? Quality is something that you can't get past. Like, it's something that will be there for as long as you own that product. And it's something you need to think about now because lead times are something you can kind of account for right now. But in December, when things are really crazy busy, there's nothing anybody can do to help you with your lead time at that point. And at that point,
Brandon, what's that you say about poor planning?
poor planning on your part doesn't constitute an emergency on mine.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, well, it's the truth because like people think they waited long enough that now it's my problem, and I should solve it for them. Like I can't do it. There's nothing I can do for you. It's not that I don't want to take care of you. I have constraints on my end too. And if you didn't plan well enough, I can't overcome that for you.
I thought that fit very well with what we're talking. I like that. It fits really well with this.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, you have to start planning now. So at the end of the year, you get what you want. Because otherwise in December, when nobody has anything that you want, you're going to buy something of lack of quality.
And then regret it.
And then it's instant regret.
Then you're gonna yell at me about it.
Then you go to the penalty box and you feel shame.
Well, then you're going to call me at the end of 2023 for a new machine.
Yeah. And then
Truth.
at that point,
We don't like that.
yeah, we got to deal with overcoming things that you could have prevented.
Like what?
Like buying the wrong piece of equipment.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you know what you're talking about.
Where can you go to, where can you go to find the right piece of equipment?
Well, there's this website I like to hang out on.
ShopSabre.com.
That website.
Check that one out.
Oh man. Well, I know it's a
I'm
shortened
hungry.
week after a holiday. It's not 9 a.m.
I'm hungry.
It's nice. You're always hungry. Dude,
I'm
when are
hungry,
you
too.
not eating?
I just had a yogurt, but I'm still hungry.
See? Told you. He's always eating. This dude is the snack king.
I'd say Chad's up there too. He likes snacks. He likes Doritos.
I like snacks.
Yeah.
I think Andrew beats all of you guys, though.
By far.
Andrew raids Travis's desk daily because Travis won't eat the snacks his wife packs. So he goes and eats them. It's great.
Yeah.
This is just phenomenal.
Hopefully Brooke's not listening.
Yeah.
Brooke, if you're listening,
It
it was all a
in all
lie.
fairness, I forgot he even got married.
Yeah, he's married now.
I think he forgets.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were there.
Oh, man. You know what? I do miss Bree being here, though, because she always had a candy dish on her desk, and I got to eat it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think Fat Jesse's back?
I don't know.
Yeah. Candy dish still exists, brother.
In and out.
How about a beer?
Nope.
Maybe that's why.
Not those.
But yeah, no. So like I said, it's changing of the seasons. It's happening. Stop putting off what you need to get done now, because in 90 days you're gonna still have to get it done, and then you're gonna be behind the times. So, you need to look at it for the next 90 days. Get a jump on things today. Get things on order your machine, expand your building, add people, start doing things today. Otherwise, you're gonna be fighting it. Like I said, you're really gonna you're gonna be behind the times, and your competitors are gonna get a leg up on you because they're maybe not putting it off right now. They're starting to make the moves they need to make, and you're not making those moves yet. And now you're chasing them. So
You need to act like they're making those moves.
be the one making the moves, so that way when they're not, you're the competitor that was making those moves. Somebody's doing it, right? It's a game of like Chess.
Somebody's making moves.
Somebody's moving something. I don't know who or where we're moving, but somebody's moving something.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right. Well, with that, I'm Brandon.
I'm Chad.
Jesse, are you there?
I'm Jesse.
Thanks for talking shop with ShopSabre.